Yes, I am filming in my basement, because it's freaking 95 degrees out, and this is the coolest room in the house, temperature-wise. Now, about a month ago, I received an email from a viewer living in Korea, and she suggested a bunch of delicious Korean dishes for me to make on the show. So today, due to the temperature, I'm making icy cold buckwheat noodles. But I could only get my hands on Japanese soba noodles, which are also made of buckwheat. They're just kinda different. I love getting suggestions for this show, because number one, it means people are actually watching it, and number two, it might not seem like it, but it takes a bit of neurological effort to keep things interesting. And that's how you make a peanut butter and jam sandwich. The broth is arguably the most important part of this whole dish, and it requires a bit of prep time. First, peel and roughly chop a piece of fresh ginger, the size of your average vegan marshmallow. Add that to the pot, and then do essentially the same thing to a large clove of garlic. Next, add 2 roughly chopped scallions. Then add 4 cups of vegetable broth. Homemade is always ideal, of course, but I won't tell anyone if you don't. Next, add 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and 3 tablespoons of plain white vinegar. Give the broth a stir, and then bring it to a boil on the stovetop, and let it simmer for 30 to 40 minutes. Then transfer it to a different container, and let it chill completely in the fridge while you prepare the other ingredients. Peel 1 daikon radish, and then slice it into matchsticks. For some legal document, as the rain beat down on the hood, when I stumbled. Transfer it to a bowl and sprinkle it with some coarse salt and a dash of vinegar. Give that a toss and set it aside. Next, do the same thing with an English cucumber. As in, traditionally, this should also be sliced into matchsticks, but I was kind of on autopilot here. I'm sure you get the idea. Traditionally, this is served with a hard-boiled egg in it. I thought silken tofu would make a nice vegan substitution. Purists, please don't flame me. Now, boil a pot of water and cook your noodles according to the package instructions. Then drain them and rinse them thoroughly with cold water to cool them down and remove all the starch. Arrange the noodles and the other ingredients in a large soup bowl. Also add a few ice cubes for extra chill factor. Last step, pour cold broth over the whole thing. These noodles are meant to be eaten with chopsticks and enjoyed with hot mustard, should you have any on hand. Unlike me. That was a fail.